Not the prettiest game necessarily. And look at the stats, you're like, wow, you won by 23, so I'm pleased with that. I give that team credit. We jumped on them early, right out of the gate, getting stops, making shots, and then I thought they dug in. And Coach Menzies' teams have always played really, really physical. I thought they really made the game physical. A lot of fouls tonight. When both teams get in the double bonus, that's what's going to happen. But to our guys' credit, I thought they hung in there. We saw box and one tonight. We saw if you didn't think they were guarding our bigs, different throughout the game, but we found a way to do enough. And probably the biggest stat tonight we were concerned about is the defensive rebounding, right? And I thought we did a good job there. So I thought for the most part we did a good job on the defensive glass. We had some sloppy turnovers, but nothing crazy, and we found a way to get out of here with a win.
Yes. So depth, we've talked about a lot, but on a night when Zay doesn't fill it up, you're still score plenty, have a lot of guys get going. Just it's early, but is it the depth showing how you kind of hoped and expected it would?
I hope so. It showed tonight. I'm proud of Javante. He hasn't had an opportunity, but he really, he has not moped in practice. He's practiced hard. He had a really good practice yesterday and made a chance to, I pointed that out to him and the team. And like I always say, when opportunity comes, it's too late to prepare, and he was ready. And tonight, Nick Clifford picks up 2 fouls. We put him in the game, and right away, I thought, he made an impact. So that was awesome. That's our depth right there. And what did Zay have tonight? So Zay took 5 shots tonight. That's it. He could have cared less, but we had other guys that found a way to put the ball in the basket. So that was great. When you're talking about our depth.
You see that defensively too, of just the different matchups you can do and just freshness.
I think so. I think that throughout the course of a game, that's really good. Give them credit. They got really physical. I didn't think our ball screen defense was great tonight. It was pretty sporadic at times, and we had worked on it, but I thought that they had us on our heels a little bit. But I did think we did a pretty good job guarding the ball. I thought we did a pretty good job getting out to three-point shooters, so we really didn't allow those guys to get clean looks for the most part. So I thought we guarded the three-point line pretty well.
You kind of touched on it, but UMKC kind of gets back within 5, and then Isaiah finds Niko on that breakaway dunk, and you guys go on a 15-2 run. Was that kind of what you think gave you guys the edge in that big run, or is that kind of a turning point?
I don't know. I trust our guys a lot. Basketball can be a game of runs. You hate to let them claw all the way back into it after the start, but sometime that happens. But I think this team's already shown early in the season they don't panic. They can kind of reset themselves and get back to doing what we need to do. And we've been able to do that this year, is make a run. But obviously that was a big momentum play, and to see our guys then extend the lead again after that was great.
Getting into early foul trouble, just how did you see him kind of work through that frustration and kind of perform the second half?
Yeah, he played a lot better, obviously, in the second half. It's basketball sometimes. It happens. There's going to be unexpected things. But again, Javante, I thought, came in and gave us some really good minutes. But Nick responded, I thought, at halftime in particular, came in, and I thought he played really well in the second half.
4 games, relatively small in the scope of a season, but kind of what do you like, through a couple weeks, and kind of what are your improvement areas a couple weeks in?
I love this group of guys. I love their makeup. I love how it feels like winning's the most important thing to them. I think they're really committed to us, the team together. So I love that. I like our depth. I like that we're unselfish. I think that we've become more athletic. I really like that part of it. I think we're going to have to continue to get even tighter on the defensive end, especially with some of the ball screen stuff at times. But I think that's been a lot better. And just continue to not go through stretches where we don't get the ball movement that we need, and keep trusting it. But you know what, Kevin? We're only 4 games in. Obviously, the schedule, we're going to go through a really tough stretch of games here. But I like a lot about this group so far. So I'm excited. I think we're poised, but we're about to get tested.
I do like you played some kind of varied styles in these 4 games. Do you think that prepares you hopefully well for this stretch?
I hope so. Tonight was really physical. Those guys were really, really physical, and we're going to see that in our league. We're going to see teams that play all sorts of different styles, so I would agree with that. And I think we got a veteran group, and I think this is a team that can play against any kind of style. You have to, right? And I think the other key is, can you impose your style on the other team too? Can you kind of get them into a game that you want to play? And that's when you're really at your best. But I like a lot about this group right now. I like what we're doing, but man, we got to keep focusing on getting better. And I know that's a cliche and all that, but just got to keep getting better, keep improving, because the other teams will. At least the teams that are going to contend, right, at the end of the year are going to keep getting better. And so that's our charge. And if we do that, I think the rest will take care of itself.
Thanks,
Thank
coach.
you. Yep.
Appreciate it.